So hi guys, welcome to the channel Learn Concepts with Nikil, Discover, Learn and Grow. So in this particular video, we will be learning how to approach a case, the case framework, right? Actually, I said I'll be starting case studies from this video, but we'll be starting case studies from next video. Why? Because we'll be understanding how to approach a case study, right? By using case framework, C.A.S.E framework. We will understand about framework in the future slides. And I said you before, in the management consulting sector, right? In the management consulting industry, they will be not calling the problem statement as problem or challenge, but they will be calling it as real world case. So let's jump into the video, guys. So what is case in case consulting, right? What is case in consulting? I cannot say due to Zoom pop-up, guys, but I assume it's what is case in consulting. 1 minute. Yeah, it is what is case in consulting. So case is a real world business problem you are asked to see. Basically, you can read the definition, but basically it says ki case is nothing but it's a problem. In management consulting industry, we'll be calling it as case. Basically, case is a framework, right? C-A-S-C. So let's see case, a proven framework to crack cases like a consultant. You will be thinking as a consultant and you will be following some structured framework if you use a framework called case, C-A-S-E. Let's see what each letter stands for, right? So C stands for clearly understand the problem. So you need to clearly understand the problem, which is nothing but real world case, real world problem, real world challenge. To clearly understand the problem, you need to ask questions. You need to ask many questions, guys. You need to ask many questions until you are clear about the problem. You are clear about the real world case or real world, what you can say, real world challenge. Next, understands the client industry goal and constraints as well as urgency, right? So you basically need to clearly understand the case, right? So yeah, let's say an example, clients' profits are falling despite stable revenue. So despite stable revenue, clients' profits are falling. Client is facing some losses. What's causing it? So this is a problem. So basically, you need to clearly understand the problem by asking many questions, guys. It's like requirement gathering for business analysis, clarifying. So is this industry specific? For example, your client's company is one of the competitor company in the industry. There are many competitors. Is the profits declining only for your company, or it is industry specific? Are the companies which are competitors of your company are also facing losses, or only your company is facing losses? Correct? You need to ask many clarifying questions. What costs are raising? What are the costs are raising? Is it the production costs? Is it the variable costs or the fixed costs? What are the costs which are raising? Any recent operational changes? Karke. So basically, you will be asking many questions in order to understand the problem clearly. So you will be clearly understanding the problem. After clearly understanding the problem, you will be analyzing the problem, which is nothing but second step. So A stands for analyze the problem. 1 minute, guys. Yeah, A stands for analyze the problem, right? So yeah, breaks the problem into logical parts. Macy approach. As I said you before, a Macy approach is nothing but a mutually exclusive, collectively exhaustive. You will be segregating, you will be segmenting different parts, and you will be ensuring that all the parts are covered. Karke. So you will be breaking the problem into logical parts in the analyze step. Use the tools like issue trees. As I said you before, you will be using tools like issue trees in order to find or identifying the root cause analysis. Profit is equal to revenue minus cost. Market, competitor, company, customer. So basically, you will be using all these tools, frameworks, 4Ps, five forces, BCG matrix, etc., in order to analyze the problem. First, you have clearly understood the problem. Next, you will be analyzing the problem in order to develop and devise some solutions. In order to develop and devise and employ some strategies. So basically, you will be analyzing. First, you will be clearly understanding. Next, you will be analyzing the problem with some different frameworks like 4Ps. Five forces, BCG matrix, issue trees to identify and find root cause analysis and all these things. Next, let's see some examples. Example, analyze the fixed versus variable cost. As I said to you before, you'll be analyzing, compare with the industry benchmarks, customer behavior changes are not, there or not. Correct. You'll be basically analyzing the problem which you have clearly understood. Next, you will be structuring the problem, right? Yeah, just structuring your thinking. You analyze the problem, you have made some strategies, you have made some solutions, and then you will be structuring your thinking. Build a strong structure from the start. So you will be using the pyramid principle. Pyramid principle, I said you right. Pyramid principle is nothing but you will be saying your conclusions first, and then you will be going into supporting arguments and data, right? So basically, you will be using pyramid principle where you will be saying your conclusions first, your answers first, then you will be supporting your what you can say supporting your conclusions or answers with the supported arguments, and then you will be supporting the arguments too with the data, right? Data and factual data. So you will be using pyramid principle to structure your thinking. Hypothesis to structure your thinking, hypothesis and prioritized areas. Tips be messy. Messy is nothing but mutually exclusive, collectively exhaustive. Label your buckets and communicate clearly. In order to communicate clearly, you need to use pyramid principle. Like, right? Example, let's explore three areas: pricing, operations, and customer segments. So this is the structure your thinking step. Next, evaluate and recommend. After structuring your thinking, you will be evaluating is this correct or not karke. You will be validating, you will be verifying, and then you will be recommending the solutions. Example, cut a 10% logistics cost via new supplier. So this is one of the solution. Next, increase prices on premium SKU. That is one of the solution. Launch loyalty program. That is one of the solution. So basically, you will be using case framework in order to solve the cases, right? See, in order to solve the cases, use case framework. Case stands for C stands for clearly understand the problem. A stands for analyze the problem. S stands for structure your thinking. And E stands for evaluate and recommend the solutions, right? Wrap up with if you implement these profits can improve by 15% by next 6 months, right? In next 6 months. So basically, basically you are using case framework and you will be thinking as a consultant, management consultant, in order to solve the real world case, right? So final takeaways: use case to stay structured under pressure. So use case, guys. So to solve the problems as management consultant. Always clarify first. Clarify the problem first, then analyze smartly, then recommend clearly, right? Be client focused, data driven, and outcome oriented. So client focused, think from the perspective of the client, like empathize with the client, think from the perspective of the client manager. So step into the shoes of the client and think from his perspective. Be empathizing with the client, be empathize with the client. Next, data driven. See, basically, based upon data only, you can recommend decisions, you can recommend solutions, or you can recommend recommendations. You cannot recommend with your gut feeling. So you should be data driven and outcome oriented, right? So this is all about case framework, guys. Case framework in order to solve problems, in order to solve cases like a consultant, right? So after this video, we'll directly jump into the case studies, guys. There are many case studies like market entry case study, profitability optimization case study, mergers and acquisition case study, market expansion case study, pricing strategy case study. You'll love all these case studies, guys. I'm excited to tell you all these case studies. So yeah, bye, guys.